Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to this video. This is my Week 17 NFL review. Like what we've learned for this week in the NFL for Week 17. First off, before we get into the playoffs, we're showing some news. After a tweet by a Cardinals coach, everybody is thinking that Larry Fitzgerald is going to retire this season, and if he does retire, this would be the end of his 17-year career in the NFL, with him having over 17,000 receiving yards and 121 touchdowns. In my opinion, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Went to one Super Bowl and did not win, but I am pretty sure a lot of people would say this. But I think a lot of people in the NFL, people who watch the NFL, also think this, that Larry Fitzgerald deserves a ring, just because how much he's put in for the Cardinals and how loyal he was, and just how great of a guy he is. A Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner. So he's a great citizen and did a lot of community work and donated a lot of charity. He was a great man and a great NFL player, and in my opinion, as I said, a first ballot Hall of Famer. But we don't know if he's going to retire. But if that is the end of his career, thank you, Larry, for all you did in the league. You changed the game, and you had more tackles than you did drop catches, which is amazing. And I think he's like the only one, he's the only one with his with his target, the amount of targets he's had, catches and all that. Sure, there's probably some people who've gotten one target, caught it, and then had another target, got picked off, tackled. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. But you guys understand what I'm saying. Larry Fitzgerald was a legend, and if this is it for his career, after the Cardinals did not make the playoffs, Kyler Murray did get injured. So yeah, they lost. They did not get the playoffs, and this might be the end of Larry Fitzgerald's career in the NFL. Next up, Derrick Henry finished the year with 2,000 yards rushing. He's the first player since 1996 to 97. No, sorry, 1967 to 1968 season, or 66, one of the two, to lead the league in yards, rush attempts, and touchdowns consecutive years, which is amazing, and I hope he can continue it, because I love watching Derrick Henry go out there and put up insane numbers. Hopefully, he can keep up his pace, because I feel like I know I'm not the only one, but I just love watching Derrick Henry go out there and run the ball. I'm not expecting 2,000 yards out of him every year, and I was actually been fine if he got that 1,700 like he had before during this game. He had 250 yards this game against the Texans to help them clinch the division, and get him the 4th seed in the playoffs. We'll get into more on that later. The Jets do the unthinkable after their game today, and they fired Adam Gase. It's not really unthinkable. I was making a joke, because Adam Gase should have got fired a long time ago, probably week 7. In my opinion, he was. There's talent there. Not the most talent, but definitely not talent that they should have been 0 and whatever before they got their first win. 0 and 13, 12, yeah. But nonetheless, they should not have been that bad. They should have been able to contend with more teams. They should have won against the Raiders, yeah. But just saying that the Jets have fired Adam Gase, so they're looking for a new head coach, along with many other teams like the Texans, Falcons possibly, and possibly the Jaguars. They have not said if they are parting ways with their coach yet or not. So we'll find out about that later. And controversy with the Eagles after today's game, benching Jalen Hurts in the 4th quarter after they scored a touchdown, and they were only down 3 points. They still could have won this game. I don't know the Giants players got really mad on Twitter. I'm pretty sure if you just look on Twitter or Instagram, you'll probably see some tweets of the players. Giants players are just saying how the Eagles just must hate the Giants more than they hate the football team, just because they're basically selling the game in a way. They put in Nate Sudfeld, who his second pass attempt of the game threw a pick. He was not it, and they had a possible game-winning drive, and they still had Sudfeld out there, and Sudfeld even had a fumble after his interception. The Eagles very well could have won that game, but their coaching and Nate Sudfeld kind of ruined the whole game. So the Giants miss out on the playoffs thanks to the Eagles. I'm gonna hop straight into the playoffs. AFC, I'm gonna do the quick rundown of what the seeding are, and then I'll tell you the games. Which you probably already know what the games are, but I'm just gonna say what they are. You got number 1 seed, who gets the bye, the 14-2 Chiefs. They're projected to go there 1 or 2. Ravens they're supposed to be up there, but they did not win the division this year. Number 2, you have the Bills, 13-3 season. They look phenomenal out there, and just destroyed the Dolphins and made Tua look like he was not even ready to be an NFL quarterback, in my opinion. Steelers with a number 3 seed. 4 seed goes to the Titans, as I just discussed. 5 seed goes to the Ravens, and with a win over the Steelers today, the Browns get the 6th seed. And after the Bills beat the Dolphins and the Colts winning, the Colts got the 7th seed and will be playing the Bills, who got them into the playoffs. So first off, as I just said, Bills will play the Colts, and then the Steelers will play the Browns, and the Titans will play the Ravens. So it'll be a rematch from the divisional round last year with the Ravens and the Titans. We all know how that went. Derrick Henry just ran over all that defense. And Browns struggled today, in my opinion. I don't know. The fact that the Steelers rested a lot of guys and it was a 2-point game, I don't know. I mean, to me, that kind of all scares me if I was a Browns fan. But I mean, I'd be celebrating if you guys made the playoffs the first time since 2008. And I can't say nothing. I'm a Bengals fan. We didn't come close the last 3 years. So maybe the Browns will come out there, shock them. But I don't know. As of right now, I think the Steelers win that, and then you have the Bills versus the Bills versus Colts. Colts, I don't know. That team is, I don't know. They were a really good team at the beginning of the season. Well, besides the first game, they lost to the Jaguars, which getting a new quarterback and Jonathan Taylor, and then eventually I think they lost Marlon Mack that game too, which happened to throw Jonathan Taylor in there. When I'm pretty sure they were not ready to throw Jonathan Taylor in there. Kind of probably threw them off. And, I don't think they weren't ready for that all, and that kind of threw them off. But they played really good, and if they can play how they played in the first half against the Steelers, then they're making a good run in this playoffs. I mean, I don't know if I'm not going to say they're going to the Super Bowl, but if they can play like they did against the Steelers the first half of that game, they have a good chance of at least making the conference championship. But if they play like they did today, the game was close until the fourth quarter with 5 to 3 somewhere that minutes left in the game. Jonathan Taylor broke a run for a touchdown, making it 28-14. It was 20-14 before that. They went for 2. So that was kind of scary for the Colts. Scary sights for the Colts. Colts did lead by 17 points in the half, but it was the Jaguars. So the Bills have the insane defense, and so if I had to pick, I'd bet my money on the Bills. But I can't bet, so don't have to worry about me betting on the Bills. And so that's the AFC playoffs. We'll go to the NFC playoffs real quick. The real quick rundown. You have number 1 Packers, number 2 the Saints, number 3 you have the Seahawks, and then number 4 after today's game, Eagles losing against them. The football team, first time as the Washington football team, they won their division. And then you have the Buccaneers at number 5, and you have the Rams at 6, and the Bears at 7. Sorry. So that means the Saints will be playing the Bears. The Seahawks will be playing the Rams, and the football team will be playing the Buccaneers. And after the game, when Chase Young was running off the field, he was saying that he wanted Tom, as in Tom Brady. So that's going to be interesting. I think the reports on Mike Evans' injury came back good, so he's looking forward. The team is looking forward to having him play that week. This week, this wild card weekend, and that team is looking good, especially with Antonio Brown looking to show some sparks of his old self. So that's something. That team's scary unless you're the Saints, because we saw the Saints go out there and they were stopping the Buccaneers. So that's going to be a tough team to beat for the football team. But in the past years, if you had the teams with losing records that ended up winning their division, that made the playoffs. I think in general, they ended up going on and beating their wild card opponent. So what was it? I think it was the Panthers who went like 7-9. They ended up going to beat. They won their game, and then the Seahawks win the beast mode game to beat the Saints in their game. So then we have the Saints versus. We did the football team versus Buccaneers, and then we do Seahawks versus the Rams. Rams without Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is out for the season. I cannot remember exactly, but Goff had an injury. But with the way this defense is playing for the Rams, they can make this close. I don't think the defense can do too much. Like they can't. I don't think they can do enough to win on that game. But I want to be shocked. The defense is doing good, and especially with it being the Seahawks and Jalen Ramsey giving DK Metcalf a hard time when receiving the ball. That'd be good to see, especially if Cam Akers can establish a run game. I feel like it could be a close game, but if that offense for the Rams can't start some drives, it's going to be kind of a blowout, I guess, in my opinion, because the defense is going to be on the field nonstop if the offense can't do anything. And then you have the Saints versus the Bears. The Bears, I wouldn't be shocked if they win this one, just because the Saints are going to be out without, possibly depending on the COVID test this week or whenever they do it. I don't know exactly whenever they do COVID tests for NFL players, but whenever they do COVID tests, Alvin Kamara has to test positive or else he cannot play. He's been quarantined. He's going to get tested. As long as that test comes back negative, he can play. I think Sunday. I think they play Sunday or Saturday, whatever. This week, wild card weekend. So that is a game to watch out for, because I feel like if they can't get that run game going for the Saints, that's gonna be tough, because passing the ball against that Bears defense, especially that edge. With their edge rushers for the Bears and that pass rush defense, could probably get to Drew Brees really quickly. So if without Kamara, I feel like that team is not as explosive, obviously, just because how Kamara's been playing this whole year. But if the Saints get Kamara, I feel like this is going to be an easy game for the Saints. But it's the playoffs, and you never know what's going to happen. So that's my opinion on the playoffs and the news for this week. So that's what I got. And also, go Buckeyes. I was going to make a playoff video, college football playoff video, but I was at my friend's house, and I kind of fell, slipped in mud, and ruined my Ohio State sweatshirt, so I don't have anything Ohio State to wear. So yeah, that happened. But yeah, I don't have a clip, so you don't be asking, but I'll probably throw a clip of me falling last year. But yeah, so yeah, that's it, I guess. That is it for my Week 17 review. I'm looking down my script. Yeah, I scripted this video. I had a script, okay? My videos have been updated lately. So yeah, just made a script, alright? So, also, I think I'm going to have a collab for the mock draft. I'm going to start trying to set up that mock draft now, since the seeds are solidified and for the teams that didn't make the playoffs. So, then for the teams that are in the playoffs, I'm just going to make it there. There's a website. and they already have the seeds if they lost this weekend, where they would be. So that's what I'm going to go off of. I know there's a chance that these people could win games, but I'm just going to go off of that so I can make the mock draft and put it out to you guys. And also I need to make that year in review video, but it's going to take me a little bit because school's starting back up tomorrow. So I'm going to go and I'm going to try to post this video and then go to bed. So see you guys and have a good week. And hopefully your team won this weekend, or made the playoffs at least. So honestly, I'm kind of glad the Bengals didn't make it because now I can just watch football peacefully. Same thing with fantasy football. That thing's so stressful. That's all I have to say. All right, I'm gonna stop. Cut off the video. That's all I have for this video. Sorry if that was so long. If I do another weekend review, I will make it way shorter. But I just crammed a lot. Not really a lot, but I just kind of rambled on. Sorry about that, and I'll see you guys next time.